Welcome to the kitchen table where the champions of all budget decks battle it out in the Gauntlet for bragging rights and most of all for your viewing pleasure. You can also join in the fun and win some prizes like the secret lair. The only thing you need to do is to predict who the winner will be of the next match and leave it in the comments below. In this match, Chandra tries to burn some trees. Bram, tell me more about the decks.
This red Planeswalker deck is of course built around Chandra. The deck has a lot of Planeswalkers and also Chandra's Regulator, a really powerful artifact. Now of course Chandra doesn't arrive alone at the party. She brings along a lot of elementals. She brings along her cats, some birds, a giant and also some spot removal to deal with threats of the opponent. This Treefolk tribal deck is primarily a green deck, but it splashes black and a little bit of white for some legendary Treefolk. This is more a mid-range deck that plays a lot of creatures which synergize very good with each other. The deck needs to play Doran the Siege Tower and of course the two versions of Kolfinor.
Go Chandra! Light up that firewood!
Fight! Will the trees be able to prevent a forest fire? Will they survive Chandra's burning elementals? This hand has 4 lands and some slower Treefolk, so let's see what's going to happen at the other side, at the side of Chandra. She has a cat, she has some mountains and a Planeswalker called Chandra Acolyte of Flame. So let's head into the match. Here we go. Treefolk start with a tapped Murmuring Bosk. No Treefolk was revealed, so we go to Chandra. A beautiful mountain is played. Look at those 4 lands and a Sapseed Forest for the Treefolk. So that's the second forest already on the battlefield for the Treefolk, and that is important. Back to Chandra now. Here is another beautiful foil mountain of M21. Let's have a look. It's being tapped and there is the Chandra's Ember Cat. A little bit of ramp for Chandra. Trying to ramp into those Planeswalkers. And the Treefolk, they just steadily are playing their lands and doing next to nothing. Land number 3 brings Chandra Acolyte of Flame.
You want to play with fire, huh?
It's a 4 loyalty Planeswalker that can make elementals. It could also play instants and sorceries from the graveyard. But that's not what it's going to do this turn. A nice attack for 4 points of damage. And now back to the Treefolk. Land number 4. Finally we're going to see a slow tree. The Leaf Crowned Elder. It's a tree with kinship and it's a 3/5. Now we go back to Chandra.
I'm the best fire starter there is.
Of course, these elementals were long gone.
I know.
Draw is a lightning bolt.
I am hot, aren't I?
And the 4th beautiful foil mountain has been played. Now in the hand of the Chandra player is a Chandra's Triumph that could deal with the opposing tree.
What? My hair is on fire? I know.
And will this happen, or will the Chandra player decide to play something else? First she's going to activate her Chandra Acolyte of Flame to get some elementals. There's also a Mask of Immolation. That's an equipment. And when it enters the battlefield it creates a elemental.
Let's do this!
And an equipped creature equipped by the mask has sacrificed it to deal 1 damage to any target, and the equip cost is 2. So this could be a finisher when there are a lot of elementals and there's a lot of mana open. But now an attack, and before blockers probably there's going to be a Chandra's Triumph. Indeed, 5 damage on the tree. So the tree goes into the campfire. And 4 more damage. The elementals, they disappear at the end of turn. And the pressure is on from Chandra. Those trees are really slow. And here is Saplin of Golfinor. It's indestructible. It's a 2/5. And when it attacks, it could potentially gain a little bit of life. And that would be more than welcome against the fire of Chandra. Here is a Mind Sparker. Another elemental is the draw. 5 mana available. That's 4 lands and the Ember Cat to play elementals or Chandra Planeswalkers. There's another Ember Cat in hand. And we are seeing some very aggressive lines from the Chandra player. Really putting the pressure on the trees.
Hey, over here!
And there are those elementals again. Only 1 blocker and 4 attackers. That's always a nice position to be in. And now mana is being tapped. There's also a Mind Sparker joining the party. It has first strike. Now it is better against the blue-white control deck, but still this one is not able to attack, but the other ones will attack, and there's a big attack from all the creatures. 1 block by the Saplin of Golfinor, so the cat unfortunately will die. And then there will be a land cycled. And it's Chandra's Incinerator. So we go back to the Treefolk. They're at 9 life. They draw a Fog. For 6 mana we have a Warden of the Woods. It has Vigilance. It's a 5/7. And when it becomes target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw 2 cards. So a powerful tree that will be there to do some blocking, and the sapling will attack hoping to gain some life. Yes, so whenever it attacks, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, you gain life equal to that card's toughness, you lose life equal to its power, and then put it in your hand. But it's not a creature, so it just goes back on top of the library. So the plan of the Treefolk failed. No success. Now back to Chandra. She's at 18. Another elemental is the draw. And let's see, there will be a minus ability.
I knew you needed my help.
So that means that the Chandra player can now play a spell, Chandra's Triumph, together with a lightning bolt on the Warden, clearing the path for another attack. Another very aggressive line. The Treefolk player draws 2 cards, but has no blockers. And he's at 9. So the Chandra player has 1 more mana open. And the Treefolk player now goes to 5. And we still have a lightning bolt in the graveyard as well. We still have a Mask of Immolation. It's not looking good for those trees. They need to fear the fire that is coming. Now mana is being tapped for one of those big ants. And let's see which one is going to enter the battlefield. It's the Dauntless Doorbark. And that's currently an 8/8. Because it has power and toughness equal to the number of forests plus Treefolk you control. It also has trample. Because there's another Treefolk. And we go back to Chandra.
You want to play with fire, huh?
Chandra is going to sacrifice her Planeswalker, minusing it. And then lightning bolting the face of the Treefolk, putting them on 2. And for the remaining 3 mana, here is Chandra's Incinerator. Now with the Mask of Immolation out there, the trees are almost firewood. because 3 more damage can be dealt. Back to the trees, they're going to gain a life from the Sapseed Forest. And that could be a crucial life gained. Another Treefolk is the draw. It's a Harbinger. And we see a Root Grapple in the hand of the Treefolk player. That's going to be the play, destroying the mask. The elemental still gets sacrificed, so 1 more damage. There's a card drawn. And now the Harbinger is played. And now the Treefolk player is setting up a really nice combo. Putting Doran the Siege Tower on top. It's a 0-5. And now the Treefolk player is going to attack with, of course, the Sapling of Kolfinor, gaining 5 life. And this could be the crucial turn that could save the forest. Getting out of that danger zone. Of course, there's a block, so no damage dealt to the Chandra player. Meanwhile, Dauntless Doorbark is getting bigger and bigger, but here is a big Planeswalker. But only 4 mana available for Chandra, so she decides to play her Spitfire. It's a flyer. And the Treefolk, of course, they don't have anything against flying elementals. But they do have a Fog in hand. Of course, Chandra doesn't know this. Now Timber Protector for 5 mana enters the battlefield. Other Treefolk you control get +1/+1. And other Treefolk and forests are indestructible. So we now see an attack with all the Treefolk. Of course, the Timber Protector has Summoning Sickness. Sapling of Kolfinor reveals the Feybearer Elder. No life gained, but a card drawn nonetheless. So this card definitely is doing some work. And now some blockers. And the Dauntless Doorbark now deals 11 damage. It also has trample, so the Chandra player is not deciding to block. Back to Chandra now. Life total 7-7. There is a land for Chandra. Important. What is going to happen? Can she now take it down? Here's an Ember Cat. Here's a Pyreling. So definitely some more blockers. But the big Planeswalker in the hand can't be cast at the moment. A life is gained from the Sapseed Forest, so Treefolks are taking the lead in the life department. And tapping 5 mana for another Timber Protector. So they're all indestructible now. Most of the trees get +2/+2, and here is a big attack. This is problematic for Chandra. Can she get out of this? The Sapling reveals a top card. Unstoppable Ash doesn't gain life for the Treefolk player. We're going to speed up the blocks a little bit to see if Chandra stays alive. And she decides to keep her Spitfire and sacrifice her other creatures, because the Dauntless Doorbark has trample and it's huge at the moment. So Chandra is on 2 with only 1 small elemental bird left. And now here is a Chandra Torch of Defiance. That is the draw. Its +1 ability will be able to do 2 damage and also activate the Spitfire. But of course, Chandra doesn't know there's a Fog in hand of the Treefolk player. So +1, this mountain won't be used, 2 damage will be dealt. But there is the Fog. The Treefolk almost got thrown into the campfire, but they managed to get out with a little bit of life from the Sapseed Forest. They grew tall and now finish off Chandra's Planeswalkers.
Game over.
The trees on to the next round, and Monica takes a quarter of a point.
Now you can join our leaderboard too by predicting who will be the winner of the next match and leave it in the comments below. And maybe you can win a secret lair or one of our 3 special boosters. Now, if you want some more information about the tournament series, check out the link here. If you need some help predicting who will be the winner of the next match, check out the deck tech videos. And remember,
always keep it casual.